You know, I just met a guy named Dan. He makes millions, like far above what I make, and he has a few thousand followers in total. So I had a massive lunch with him yesterday, and he said, like, in his space, they all sell like high ticket things, and to them it's like the constraint's always been the audience size, but like they're able to monetize a smaller audience much better than people like me are able to monetize the far bigger audience. So it's just something to consider. Like you don't need thousands or millions of subscribers. You need one guy to pay you $5,000 a month. 4 of those guys, exactly. $20,000 a month. That's $250,000 a year for 4 guys, which you could probably get with like 300 subs. Very powerful. So how do you cultivate that using social media? You're still going to post content. You're still going to post helpful content. All the same rules apply, but it's just which topics you're making it on. If you make it on the topic of, for example, like how to build muscle, you're not going to attract these. You're going to attract like the hordes of Jeffreys who are just like randomly watching videos. What you need to find is, like you said, is the very, very specific niche of the product or the service that you're going to sell that these guys are going to have pains with. And you should be absolutely fine getting like 10 views, because one view of these kinds of videos is worth probably more like 10,000 of the views of the videos that I make. So you said, you know, you'll do these high ticket packages, 5K, 10K. What would you offer, and which niche would this be in? Who could you help so much that it would be worth thousands to them? You want to do high ticket, you can't really sell to like young guys usually. Not just Jeffreys in general, it's just you can't. A high ticket, like the customer needs to be able to afford it. And you can do financing plans and everything, and that can definitely help as well. But there needs to be what's called like a very clear ROI for their purchase. So in general, like you often won't see like a fitness high ticket just because it's a bit vague and like, you know, okay, we can make a fitness high ticket where, for example, we train celebrities and we're a guy who doesn't even, you know, like we don't spill their secrets when they talk to us, so everyone knows that it's private. We go to their place, we pick them up, we take them to a private gym where no one can take pictures of them. Okay, fair. But to help like a normal guy with his like fitness journey and to help him with diets, bro, that's a $20 package, that's a $50 package, and even that they'll literally like they'll ask you a billion questions and they'll still think like, oh, think about it and stuff. So pretty much like it's not that it's impossible, but it's like they literally just don't have the money for it, and they can get it 1,000 times cheaper by watching free YouTube videos or the little $2 ebook or something, and it's the ROI just isn't there. So in general, if you do want to do like this high ticket, the best niche is going to be just some kind of like money niche. So you have gained a good amount of success in some kind of business, and then you're going to teach that to someone else. So the previous student we had on Av, he's already made 1,000 from his sneaker business. Let's say he scales that up to 5K to 10K. Then he charges 1 or 2K to literally implement the steps for someone else. And that he could actually do that even with young guys, because if you can show the proof and say, like, okay, you spend 2K on this, and within 3 months you'll be making more than 2K every month. Very clear ROI. You tell someone like, okay, you spend 2K or 5K on this, and you should probably build like some decent amount of muscle. Like hopefully if you've got like pretty good genetics and you train hard enough and you show up to the gym and you are disciplined and you come to the gym anyway and you eat clean even when I'm not around, and you go to sleep on time and you keep training even though you're sore, and you make sure your testosterone levels are healthy, and like, you know, you've ate enough protein. It's like he's doing all the work, but he's not going to pay you thousands for this. So fitness is very hard because they still have to do most of the work. The few high tickets that really work well is always with money, and often with dating as well. Because with dating, for example, there's some big name guys I know who they buy high ticket dating programs, and what happens is like the person who runs the program will literally set up the guy with dates. Like they'll use his pictures on Tinder. Imagine like if someone paid me 5K, I'd open up Tinder on my phone, put his pictures, his bio, his location, and I would text the girls for him and just send him a message, like a short message saying, okay, hey bro, you're meeting Emma tomorrow at 2 p.m. She's blonde, she's 5'4". This is the thing she likes. This is the things the conversations you've had with her. So it's like he's just saved an hour or 2 hours per week. That's a high ticket program. You have to look at the realism of this and think, okay, there's a guy who's 25, 30 something, and sure, you know, he could be helped with quitting masturbation, but he's going to look at you and probably not take you seriously. This is why, especially when you're a younger guy and you quite frankly haven't got the list of accomplishments that older guys would respect, maybe it's better that you don't go the high ticket route. Maybe it's better that you don't have this ultra niche. You make the videos on like self-improvement, you speak in your style, because what if you just did that? You followed the YouTube guide that I've made. You get an audience of a few thousand, 5,000, 1,000, whatever, and you just make that into your own, like Marcus's community, where it's lower ticket. These guys can afford it. They're paying $10, $20, $50, $100 per month or something, and you're making the 5K, but just from like 20 guys instead.